Welcome to Architect Playground. In this episode, I will show you the craft, cloud craft. This episode is not sponsored by any company. I just want to point some interesting things in designing your diagrams, your cloud and architecture diagrams, to do the real craft, to do the cloud craft. Usually in our diagrams that we do in our job, it's just 2D. It's a two-dimensional diagram with explaining the components, the network flow, or all of these things. It will never tell you the budget, the security groups, the firewall rules. You are not able to see all the different small details important for explaining the security architecture, the functionality. You are also not able to visualize it in three-dimensional viewpoint. The tools like dark trace and this like gaming like stuff is it's really great, but in conclusion it's not interesting. I want to talk today about the platform called cloudcraft, which I consider as state of the art thing because it gives you budget, viewpoint in the security, generation of the code, and that's a very important point. Your diagram sucks till you are not able to generate real functioning infrastructure or application from your code or from your diagram to the code. And Cloudcraft allows you. What is also really good, you just consume the data from your production system in AWS and it visualizes everything for you. So you are able to see forgotten instances, the instances that you have in your account, and you also can visualize all of the services that you are using. So if you forgot enabled some of the services, you can see that in the diagram, and that's amazing. That's how all the platforms should work. Also, I'm really unhappy for not having these things for Azure or GCP. I'm just talking now about the AWS, but still it is really good, and I want to show you that. Just continue with me, and I will show you something what I consider as state of the art. So let's play a bit with Cloudcraft application. It's a really great tool and platform for playing with the diagrams, budget and live approach to AWS modeling. It will absolutely kill everything what you are doing. You will realize that everything what you have done till this moment sucks. So let's play a bit. Let's check. You are working with the basic blueprint here. With these blueprints, you can create basically design patterns for your company. You have three different options: design, life, and budget. We'll talk about all of them, and I will explain you why your diagrams are not enough. So stay with me. Let's go. You have already available library of some reference architectures from AWS. I'm really sad that we don't have any Azure or GCP or any other implementation in place, or any cloud, but it's focusing on AWS, and for me it's now enough because I love AWS. It's a really cool platform for cloud. For example, streaming data architecture. You will just click on that and it appears there. No big deal. In the seconds you have loaded Kinesis streaming platform, real-time data stream processing. What is also really good is the option to switch from the 3D amazing models to 2D, to two-dimensional. You click and in one click you get the diagram with the newest AWS icon set. Isn't that amazing? Yes, it is. So click back on the 3D. You can also display different layers. You can hide the grid, display the grid as you want. I really love these pipes. It's always says that Amazon Kinesis, and it's using shards. It's like a terminus technicus from the streaming for data processing of the stream, of the log, your video, anything you want. And you have also predefined in the library, for example, IoT. If I have any fans of the IoT, just switch and you have the basic IoT enabled house infrastructure diagram ready. This is great. So if I want to switch to some of the diagrams that I did in my presentation and conferences, for example, the Docker security with the EC2 hardware instance and the Docker bench lambda, you can get it here. Or if you are interested in my testing, which I use this a lot on my presentations because the diagram looks absolutely astonishing. It will just kill your audience. No 2D, all diagrams like Cisco, like the network diagrams that you know from anyone else. This is another level, another dimension of our doing. So that's it. And basically move forward to the empty one. We can add, click on create new blueprint. See here, really good, really great. And this create new blueprint gives you different options for modeling. You have here storage options, networking, compute nodes, or common, which are like blocks, like a 3D blocks. You can put up to the block or on the top of the block your own image, which is really good. Or CloudFront distribution as a cache service, really good. DNS service for read route 53. Load balancing, including ALB, that means application load balancing or network load balancing, customer gateway, VPN gateway, all of these things, or databases, NoSQL databases like DynamoDB, or analytics over the data, Elasticsearch. Everyone who knows Elasticsearch, you should love it. I know that there are people there who love that. Or some messaging applications like a message queue for simple email services, or it's more email service for notifications, or SQS simple queue service. Okay, so let's play a bit with some small part with the EC2 instances. EC2 is Elastic Compute Cloud. It's a basic compute unit, and this platform, as I told you, this is really good. Forget about the diagrams that you did till this moment. It never tells you which type of the instances you use, what is the platform, what is the sizing, what is the price. You see it here. I can say, okay, which platform I want to use. Linux instance type. This is the instance type which I want to use. T2 micro or large, nano, whatever, reserved. Or what is the pricing model that I want to use? On demand or reserved instance for 1 or 3 years, standard convertible. What will be my purchase option? And it changed the price on online or in the time. This is amazing. Which diagram will give you the price and the instance option on the spot? No diagram. No. Also, the spot instance price, you can see how it changes in the time. And I'll see that here's the diagram bad, but maybe it will change in the future. So I will say, okay, 1 year reserved instance, I'm interested. It will cost me for $5 per month. Really good. Okay, so I have this T2 micro instance. Okay, and I will put it in some VPC. I will create a new VPC named Hackitect VPC. And the shape can be dynamic or rectangular. The padding it's just and also add my peering connection. You can add peering to another virtual private cloud. Really great. Okay, hit enter and it's done. No peering, and that's it. And they basically, okay, I have my Hackitect VPC with the instance inside. I want to put there some security constraints. I'm a security guy, so let's put there some constraints or some firewall rules. Security group, new security group, and my group, and also the shape options, the padding, nothing interesting. Inbound and outbound rules, really good. Okay, I want to allow SSH from the internet to my instance. Save it. I can define also the outbound rules, but don't care now. And okay, I can also add another custom rules for TCP, UDP, DNS, whenever you want in the specific port range. Really good, really great, lots of joy. You see that our T2 micro burst instance for reserved is a security group, it's in a VPC, and I want to add new one. I want to add additional one. Okay, how I will do that? I can select this one Okay, select this one and copy paste that. You see, it's not part of our group, I mean the security group and the VPC. No big deal, no big problem. The security group is my group, and it also adds directly the instance in the Hackitech VPC. Great. So do you see the power of the instance or of this cloud modeling tool? It gives you information about the instance, about the VPC, about the region. I can change the region, select in which data center, or in this case region, because data center is more availability zone. I can have it. Or and then I want to use API gateway in the, you see this cool 3D icon in the front of these T2 instances. Connect them and it's just linked, and in the 2D diagram you should see that. Isn't that amazing? Really good, really great. And I see the price. You know, the budget is here, and now I know how much I will pay per month. And that's not all. If you can export your infrastructure from your diagram, that's the rule. Security as a code, infrastructure as a code, architecture as a code. Everything in the future will be possible to code, and our job will be more creative. We will be the architects of the real system. There will be real deliverables behind our work. You can export it to another diagrams like a draw.io, image export, whatever. Images are really boring. So what you can do, you can export the code to the Terraform. Terraform is an infrastructure as a code platform which allows you to codify your infrastructure and deploy it. Imagine you just model here what you want, you know the price, you estimate the cost, you model which operating system and what is your, for example, requirements for the API type, or how many requests per month you want to have. You specify everything and export it in the code. That's epic. Just export in the code. If you can do it with your JPEG, Microsoft Paint, or whenever, I will put my head down, but I'm sure that you are not able to do that. This platform offers a lot. If we will move to budget, you see here on the compute and the app services, I will pay this $10, $45 for app services, and I can basically do some sorting based on type, region, count. I can know how monthly, how hourly I will pay, weekly how much it will cost, effective rate, and I can also select what is the currency that I want to use. For example, euros. So it will be €2 per week, and for year it will be 108 euros. Really good. And you also see the distribution of the budget. EC2 will be this price. What is, and you can also select different one. If you are not happy with this one, I can say okay, I want to have nano and it will be less. So okay, in this case not, but okay, cache memory for the will be for the API gateway will be a little bit smaller, and I just want to have HTTP. So and I can see directly on the spot how the change and how the price will change and how the change affect the price. This is beyond everything I really want. I just want to model that, know the price, know the design, export it into code, run the Terraform infrastructure as a code, and deploy it. Really good, amazing. Last part, and is the coolest one, is live. Live basically analysis of your running infrastructure, of your running services in AWS, and they're exposed to Terraform. So let's go to live. So to connect the live method with your account or with your Cloudcraft, you need to do few steps, and that includes also the role for external account to connect to your AWS infrastructure or to your account to manage or to see all the services. So basically you just get read-only access to external account, and then you can display what is running in your amazing AWS account. To do that, you need to go to IAM Management Console in AWS and set up the Cloudcraft role for some account, and you need to give them the permissions for read-only access. If I will show you the JSON file for almost all the services to be able to read what is in your account. And after that, you are able to transition everything what you have in your account into the diagram. So JPEG is that. Long live the dynamic modeling and dynamic diagrams with the code generation. So I will select the new blueprint and let's create the new one, empty. And also I can select the region which I am interested in. Whole world is for us. So I click here in EU Ireland because I know that I have something there, and I will click on scan now. So it will connect to my account automatically and it finds the related components for the diagram. I can click that I'm interested in label components, auto connect to components, and it will provide me an inventory of services that are currently running in my account, like EKSCTL cluster, the internet gateway which is connected to there to this account, API gateway, my Lambda, everything, my EFS storage, EBS which is elastic block storage, my EC2 instances with elastic compute node, and my how to say it correctly, my website, my capture the flag, everything that you know from my trainings. So let's click on auto layout. You can select specific parts of your infrastructure, but auto layout, just throw it out and create a diagram. Auto layout allows you leave existing, include existing, or replace existing components. So it can work with the live stream of your services in your AWS account. As I say, it will be great to have it for Azure or for Google Cloud, but now we are working with AWS. I'm interested, for example, for my net gateway adet, so I can see included and excluded services. I can include or exclude all, but click on layout and it will spray out all the services that we have here, including my Lambda, my volume, my filter engine, and my DNS files. You can also see my Kubernetes stuff. You can also see my VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, my WordPress instance where I'm running my web, my capture the flag, and the secret manager, secret Lambda architect. So you can also check the Lambda, or you can see the Lambda which is rotating the secrets in my AWS Secret Manager. And it creates everything for you. It creates everything for you, including the VPC number, the security groups, the volumes. It will give you the information about your T2 instances. It will basically say, yes, this is my DNS name, instance is currently stopped, it is running in EU West 1B zone, what is the role attached to my EC2 instance. I can click directly and go to my AWS account. When I click, it redirects me to my SSM role and I see the role. Isn't that great? Yes, it is amazing. And also I can see that I'm using the WordPress certified Bitnami for Ubuntu. So all of these interesting things and amazing stuff is directly in my diagram. And I will click M2D. I have full visibility in everything. What is good? If you are a security or audit specialist or any architect or DevOps engineer, you will get everything what is in your account and what can be also hidden for you. Yes, you can use service catalog, but in this case it's easy to read for the managers and you can explore in the visual way what is in your account. This is beyond imagination. This is the technology of tomorrow or today. I will say this is the technology that we need to have. I will be really happy if we will have more of these platforms. It will be not just throwing out random Cisco or network diagrams. If this will be possible with everything what we do and generate the code from it, it's really good. If you want to, for example, pioneer your own infrastructure and experiment a bit, and then you are happy with that, you can just click on export and basically export it to Terraform, or you can get a shareable link and enable the link to share with your friends or with your colleagues. With friends now, because you are usually working in a corporate environment, and you can share the blueprint documents or embed that in the Confluence, and allow the diagram interaction like zoom and pan. And if you want to invalidate the links because they get in the wrong hands, you can click on invalidate existing links and you will get new one. I think that there is nothing better than this. You can also change the standard grid size or infinite grid size, depends on you. You can share it with your team, for example my team, and it will be shared between the people working together on the diagram online. You can duplicate or clone the blueprint, you can delete that, and also you can include some things from your library. Can say that's great, that's amazing, and I hope that you enjoyed today's session as I did. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching these videos, so much for your support. If you subscribe, that's the best thing what you can do for me. Thank you a lot.